Alright, I am back with a new author. This time it is HankyMueller. Um, and this time I only have the B mod puzzles downloaded instead of like an entire workshop. I've heard the PETI ones, which there are like 4 or 5 pages of. Like most of them are not really worth playing, but if some of them are, then I'll definitely solve them because why not? So of these B mod ones, the only ones I've done is Mind Flooded, then Dollhouse, Magenta, Hold My Hand, F, Career, and Journey, and Island Hopper. That's it. Oh, and part of Broken Record. So I don't know if that may be third or quarter of all the puzzles. Um, so my knowledge of Hanky Bueller puzzles is lacking. But I do know Hanky's workshop tends to be more difficult, as I don't know, been told, I suppose. So I don't know how far. I mean, I usually do like a video a day, but I think I might make an exception with HankyMueller depending on how difficult these are. So yeah. Otherwise, let's get into this off. This one is Stalemate. Let me close some of these. This is from April 2017, updated 6 times, all within the same day, at least in my time zone. And yeah, obviously an older puzzle. You know, not just from it being from 27, but with all the signs. Alright, so if I want to change the polarity of the funnel, I have to lose my portal. Important. I might as well, oops. Alright, well, I guess I'm down here now. I was going to funnel over there to spawn the cube, but I guess I'll do that later. Oh, right, I could get pulled up from here. Alright, well, I might as well spawn the cube. And I have to remember the sign, so we have star here, which you don't see too often, then square and dash. Square does that fizzler, dash, who knows, maybe is this fizzler? Oh, it is that fizzler. Perfect. And here's my exit. I will need to reverse the funnel, so does something turn this off? I don't think so, this laser field. I'll need a way, but see, the player has to press this button to change the polarity. Perhaps it's something with changing the auto portal. But I'll leave this cube here. Change the polarity with the funnel. And then I could pull the cube. Let me do it like this. That'll be a little easier. Pull the cube out, so then I can have the cube in play. Well, I placed that cube in an awful spot. Alright, let me just quickly fix that. There we are. Now the cube's in play. Kinda. There we are. And I would want to change this polarity. I suppose I'll leave this cube on this button for now, just to turn off that fizzler. And that is the first sequence done. So this faith plates, don't know what turns it on or off yet. Is it this button? It is this button. So, oh, hello cube. How did that happen? Was that, oops, lost my portal gun. So, if it is that same cube, this changes the, what is this antline? Hold on. That's that. Alright. Getting a little lost in the connections. Oh, is that just some anti-trap? I understand. Do I don't know if I think the button over there turns off this faith plate. I think that's I think that's the connection. All right, so I need to understand what's happening. Let me just load back my save. Okay, well I guess not. Never mind. This is going to be an interesting video. I thought I saved, but I guess not. I'm going to reload my save to get my cube back. Stalemate. Luckily I didn't make much progress. So that button, oof, it turns on a funnel. And it also swaps the auto portals. Let me get that cube back. I could probably do that as well, yeah. Alright, let's be sure to save this time. I wonder, can I see that surface? I technically can. I don't think that's particularly helpful. It can maybe pull the cube into here, but I do have a surface here. This is only useful, like the way this is lined up, it could be useful if I have a cube on the button and I pull the cube off the button into the surface, or even push it off. Let me save again, why not? Alright, so this is definitely a little confusing. Partially on just the design of the puzzle with all the connections that are happening. I'm not very good when it comes. I'm spoiled. I'm not really good when it comes to puzzles with multiple connections. So this button changes the auto portals. The blue portal moves up there. Now I could bring the cube in here. Blue portal there. Cube gets pulled. How could I bring the cube into this room? So that's not useful. Can I even press this button? Oh, I can. How about that? I'm not particularly sure what I want to do. Let me test this, because I'm pretty sure standing on this button, nothing will happen. Alright, nothing happens here. I imagine if I press that button, the pedestal button, this funnel will also change its polarity. I'm sure this is what that antline is telling me. Alright, and then maybe that makes sense for the ending. Because I can see that. Though. So, what do I want to do? I can't imagine this is useful to me. Pulling the cube off. Because there's nothing I can really do to save it. And then it respawns up there. No, so let me reload my save. Let's say I'm up here instead. What I could do now is drop the cube into the funnel and then stand on the button. Maybe that's a better deal for me. Kind of just fast forward a bit. And then I could go. And now this way, I could put the cube on the button. Which is a new puzzle state. Placing a portal here is fine because my blue portal is up there. I could come through. And now I would want to use this. Oh, I believe I would want to change this polarity. Use this funnel to come through. I could stand here. If I respawn the cube, my my blue portal will be there. And then I could shoot my orange portal here, and I could finish the puzzle. Just need the cube. So, is that it then? I guess that's it. And there's Stalemate. Yeah. Interesting, interesting. You see, yeah, there are some valid criticisms about this puzzle. It is, I suppose today we will call it overbuilt for the type of logic you want to get out of it. Right, and a little confusing with all the connections, but cool. Otherwise, it's a decent puzzle. You know, the core idea of it is interesting, but I guess that will do it for this video. Thank you for watching.